What's going on, guys? It's Mr. DEBT Joe Lorick from the Money Etiquette Group here with another IPO video for you. And today we're talking about Airbnb. Airbnb, their IPO is expected to drop in December. I want to talk about it. We're going to talk about their revenues. We're going to talk about their expenses. Are they profiting? Are they experiencing losses? How COVID-19 impacted their numbers and their revenue for the most part in 2020. We're going to talk about the company, and then we're going to get into should we invest in the IPO. All right, for those who aren't familiar, Airbnb was founded in 2008 by Joe Gebbia and his buddies. They were impressed because he was renting out a space in his apartment, his downtown apartment, and particularly he was renting out an air mattress, hence Airbnb. And that's where it started. But today we're talking about a company that has over 4 million hosts and I believe 7.4 million home listings. These are, again, residents. These are different types of homes and buildings that you can rent, and you can rent it for party, you can rent it for leisure, for staying, just in case you're traveling, or if you want to hold an event. Nevertheless, we're talking about 7.4 million listings, and it started from a downtown apartment. I think it was downtown San Francisco, but a downtown apartment in an air mattress. So obviously this company is really large and very successful in terms of their ability to spread, not just in the United States, but across the globe. But let's get into their finances real quick, okay? Airbnb, first of all, they're looking to raise, I believe, over $100 million. Their valuation right now is $30 billion, okay? When it comes to their finances, they're down about 74% for revenue for the year when you look at the first 9 months of 2020, which is not a surprise because people aren't traveling. Not to mention our relationship with China has kind of weakened and not gone the way we expected or wanted it to go because of the former president, or soon to be former president, and how he handled relations with China. So we saw some traveling from China that, kind of dropped off before the pandemic started. And of course, the pandemic stopped travel worldwide. So we saw a cutback from international visits, but we also saw a cutback from intrastate and intra-country visits, which obviously led to a 74% reduction in revenue. To address that reduction in revenue, Airbnb scaled back on their marketing. I believe in July or August, they cut back about 54% on their spending when it came to their marketing expenses, which helped because then it cut some of their losses down. If we look at the numbers totally for 2020, and again, this is for the first 9 months, they've experienced a $697 million net loss. So right now, again, a $697 million net loss. In 2019, for comparison's sake, we're talking about a company that only lost 674 million total for that year. So being at 697 when we still have a few months to go, and I believe, again, these stats are through maybe just the first 9 months, we still got 3 months to go, that number will easily surpass 700 million, maybe even 800 million for the year 2020. But there was a slowdown when it came to those losses once the company stopped spending so much money on marketing. So it looks like they're starting to recover, and we have to really see when everything will open before we can be confident that this company will fully recover. Now, you won't be able to see that before the IPO comes out, because obviously if it comes out in December, which is in a couple of weeks, you won't have the opportunity to see how they're going to do the first quarter of 2021, second quarter of 2021. But keep this in mind. Here's the signal of when things will get better, and likely when things will get better, not just for Airbnb, but all across the globe. When you see that, at least I'll say in the United States, when you see that all students are going back to school, that's when we can get back to a normal functioning economy. If all children, I'm not talking about just in your county or in this state, if all children are not back in school full time, then you have a lot of parents that aren't able to work, that have to go back to part-time work. Some people have to just not work at all, and that changes the economy. Well, these people will go back into the workforce if their children can go back to school full time. So once we see that, things will be a little bit closer to normal, and maybe we'll see people, because they have paychecks, they have more money coming in, maybe they'll travel more, people will start leaving the country, people will start coming back into the country, and because we have a change in leadership at the top when it comes to President Biden, or President-elect Biden versus President Trump, maybe that changes relationships with China. Maybe that brings in more tourism, not just from China, from the Middle East and different places, where we're going to see Airbnb basically profit and gain from those improvements in relationships. So we'll see. But again, we're talking about a company that is losing money right now. They're not making money, but they could be in 2021. And when they raise this money, likely they're going to be paying down some debts. Maybe it increases their cash on hand so that they can just handle this wave when it comes to coronavirus. Also, keep in mind, when you think about the structure of this company, you're talking about a place where the headquarters isn't going to have 10,000 employees. This is a company that doesn't have 20,000 employees. It's a small company with a wide reach, a wide global reach, but you can't go to every major city and find a big headquarters for Airbnb. That's just not how it works. So we do see the structure, which is kind of modern, where you have a small company with a wide reach, which is good for investment sake. But with all that being said, I will tell you this. When it comes to my opinion, I decided a long time ago I was going to invest in Airbnb because I like the structure, I like the business, not just Airbnb itself. I like the industry. And I believe it's just like ride sharing. You know, at one time, ride sharing wasn't legal, and now it is. Now, did people give people rides for money before ride sharing became an open legal thing? Yes, especially in my city in Baltimore. But the same thing is going on with Airbnb. Were people renting out rooms under the table before Airbnb really put it out there in the open? Yes. Now, for those who are looking to invest, I just want to let you know that Airbnb will be listed on the New York Stock Exchange. The ticker symbol will be ABNB. Pretty obvious. ABNB. Pretty obvious, okay? ABNB on the New York Stock Exchange. Let me know in the comment section if you think you're going to invest. Again, this is one of those companies, again, a large company. They're not profiting right now. They could in 2021. It might not be until 2022, depending on what happens with the pandemic. But in terms of the brand, in terms of renting spaces, renting your personal residence and making money off of it, it's well known throughout the world, especially in the United States. So I'm betting on the brand personally more than I'm betting on the numbers, but I think the numbers will improve with time. Tell me what you think in the comment section. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel, like the channel, share it, and let me know your opinion because I value it and I do want to hear it.